Well, good evening. This is Kent Blaylock with the Bunker Boxing League being brought to you from SDG Replays here in the bunker in North Carolina, the Blaylock abode here in North Carolina. We're excited to be continuing this 32-man double elimination tournament. We are in the second round, as we'll see. Well, good evening. This is Kent Blaylock. Well, I thought I had that turned down. I'm hearing myself in echo. We'll have a great bout tonight. It'll be George Foreman, the 21st seed, George Foreman is the 5th seed. Peter Jackson is a 21st seed. And that might sound like it's in Foreman's favor, but actually in this bout, it probably is not to his advantage because they are pretty evenly matched, because actually Jackson is the 10 ring general star fighter, while Foreman is a 9. So he has that advantage. He's a better boxer, better ring general. He has a counterpoint trait, Peter Jackson does, so every counter he's going to add 1 to it. He punches from the inside from 0 to 55 and outside from 0 to 50. Like I said, he defends well from 1 to 4. He'll take away a punch. On 5, he'll take away 2 punches. And so he does well. Does not fight with a whole lot of power. He only has 4 and a 5. His chin knocked down is a 2, but with Foreman's Iceman trait, that will be 1 shot power. It's going to add another to not the knockdown rating, but the chin KO rating from Jackson is going to go from a 2 to a 3. His knockdown is a 2, and he's stunned 3 to 5. His will is a 3. He cuts at 5, and he fouls at 3. And his stamina is 90. This is the underdog, supposedly, in this bout. Foreman, on the other hand, stamina is 60. So if Foreman isn't going to win this fight, he's got to take Jackson out early, I think, by round 5. Because I think by round 5, his 60 stamina is going to probably be almost used up. And in those latter rounds, he's going to be in trouble. He does have great power, though. He's a 7 with his power. And if Jackson is hurt or fatigued, it'll be 11. His chin knockdown is a 3, which is a tad higher, but he's stunned 4 and 5. The stun really is no difference. His chin KO, though, is a 1. He does not knock out very easily. And he's a 3 with the will. He cuts at 6, and he fouls at 3. Our ref is Arthur Mercanti Sr., and he adds nothing or takes away nothing as far as fouls and will. So it'll be pretty evenly called from him. Our judges will be Rudy Ortega, David Mendoza, and Oscar Perez. So here we go. We're looking to go 10 rounds. Both fighters have got their instructions. The bells rings as the dice rolls here in round number 1. And it's going to be a problem. All right, a 6 and a 3. Six and a 3. That's going to be 2 on the inside. It's going to be a toe-to-toe from the inside. Foreman will go first, 67 from the inside. He will miss as Peter Jackson looks to answer back. 1 and a 3. He answers back with the 1 and a 3. Excuse me, an 81. I'm confused so far. I'm a little addled as I'm getting into that. So they both miss as we go to the 240 mark here in the round. There'll be a 1 and a 2, 1 and a 2. That will be a toe-to-toe again from the outside. This time Foreman leading off from the outside. That's 11 from the outside. That will be 4 punches landed. And there will be a chin check for Peter Jackson. A cut check as he looks to answer back. An 87 from the outside. He misses, and the cut check is 11. He does not cut as we go to the 220 mark here in round number 1. 3s and 3s. It's going to be a toe-to-toe from the inside. 54 from the inside. Again, Foreman leading off. 54 from the inside. He misses. And Jackson also will miss as he throws a 68. 2-minute mark here in round number 1. 1 and a 6. That will see Peter Jackson going on the offensive from the inside. A 26 from the inside. He will land 3 punches, and there will be no defensive check from Foreman as he takes all 3 punches as we go to the minute 40 mark here in round number 1, 2, and a 5. The 5 is Peter Jackson's 3-star rating from the outside. 70 from the outside will be a miss, and it will be a counter from George Foreman as he counters with 2 crosses to the head of Peter Jackson as he rat-a-tats Jackson's head as we go to the minute 20 mark here in round number 1. 5 and a 6. Again, Peter Jackson will be on the offensive from the inside. 13 from the inside will be 4 punches landed. And there will be no defensive check. There will be no defense for those punches as Jackson lands a couple hard crosses and he peppers a jab and then a cross with 3 punches landed as we go to the minute mark. 4 and a 1. Again, toe-to-toe from the outside. Jackson leading off from the outside. 67. He misses. Foreman from the outside misses as well as we go to the 42nd mark. Fairly slow round for these 2 fighters. 1 and a 3. We'll see Jackson on the offensive from the inside. 24 from the inside. 3 punches landed, and there will be no defense as he rolls the 14. He takes all 3 punches, 2 to the body and 1 to the head. As we go to the last 20 seconds, 5 and a 1. Peter Jackson on the offensive from the outside. 40 from the outside. Will be short, hard punches in close. 2 punches landed. But Foreman will take one of those punches back as he rolled the 1, catching it with the elbows. As the bell rings, very close and tight first round. As Foreman in that round landed 6 punches. To the 9 for Peter Jackson. So a 3-punch differential in the round. Very slow first round for both fighters. Not a whole lot of action going on. Judges will give their score. It's a 3-punch differential. So it will be within the 1 to 4 punch differential. Judge Rudy Ortega, we have judges Rudy Ortega, David Mendoza, and Oscar Perez, and our ref is Arthur McCanty Sr. So Judge Rudy Ortega. All right. David Mendoza. Okay. And Oscar Perez. Okay. Rudy Ortega. And the scores for round number 1 are in. As we go to round number 2. Round number 2. Fighters have got their instructions. They've hydrated. Now it's time to get off their stools. Bell sounds as the dice roll. 5 and a 4. That's going to be a toe-to-toe from the inside. Jackson will lead off from the inside. 26 from the inside for Peter Jackson. Will be 3 punches landed. Foreman looks to answer back. He does with a 35 from the inside. That'll be 2 punches of his own landed as we go to the 240 mark here in the round. 3 and a 4. We'll see George Foreman going on the offensive from the inside, and he rolls a 16 from the inside. That'll be heavy shots as he gets 4 punches home on Peter Jackson, 2 to the body and 2 to the head. And we go to the 220 mark as Foreman looks to get inside and bang away. 2 and a 4. Foreman has control. Again, it will be Foreman on the offensive from the outside, but this time he misses. But there is no counter. 3 and a 4 as we go to the 2-minute mark. Again, Foreman on the inside, on the offensive. 50, he misses. And Peter Jackson does indeed counter back with 3 hooks. No, 2 hooks and a cross as he lands 3 punches to Foreman as we go to the minute 40 mark. Jackson with momentum. 2 and 4. Again, George Foreman on the offensive from the outside. 97 from the outside. He will land 1 punch, but there will be a foul check, and the roll is a 15, so he gets away with that low punch as we go to the minute 20 mark here in round number 1. 5 and a 2. Again, George Foreman on the offensive from the inside. That's 77 from the inside. He misses, and Jackson again counters with two crosses and an uppercut to the jaw of Foreman as we go to the minute mark here in round number 1. 4 and 4. That will be George Foreman on the offensive from the outside. 93, and that is a clinch. As we go to the 42nd mark, 2 and a 3. That will be a toe-to-toe from the outside. Foreman going first from the outside. 21. 3 punches landed. Jackson looks to answer back. That's an 87 from the inside. And that will be a clinch, which will take back those 3 punches landed by Foreman as we go to the 22nd mark here in round number 1. 4 and a 1. It'll be a toe-to-toe from the outside. Foreman leading off from the outside. That's an 0-3 from the outside. That will be 5 punches landed by Foreman. Jackson looking to answer back. That's a 28 from the outside. And he lands 3 more to end the round as the bell sounds. And we have another tight round as it's 12-12 in round number 2. I believe I was calling that round 1 again a minute ago. So that was a even punch count round. How will our judges judge it? 0 punches. All right. Okay. Oscar Perez. Okay. Judges' scores are in. And through two, this is anybody's fight. But Foreman is already down to 39 in his stamina going into round number 3 to Jackson's 72. Bell rings and the dice will roll. Round number 3. 1 and a 3. Now we'll see Jackson on the offensive. From the inside, 40 from the inside. 3 punches landed, and there will be no defense as 2 to the body and 1 to the head to Foreman get through as we go to the 240 mark. 3 and a 6. Toe-to-toe from the inside. Jackson leading off. That's a 0-1 from the inside. That's 5 punches landed. And there will be a cut check for Foreman after he responds back. 47 from the outside. That will be 2 punches landed by Foreman. Cut check. He indeed will cut. What will that cut be? It is a 5. That'll be swelling right eye for George Foreman. Swelling here in round number 3. Punch got through, causing some problems as we go to the 220 mark. 2 and a 2. Will be Foreman on the offensive from the, and that's a clinch, and those 4 punches will be taken back. So we go to the 42nd mark. 1 and a 1. Peter Jackson on the outside. 94 on the outside. That's a clinch as we go to the last 20 seconds. 4 and a 1. Toe-to-toe from the outside. Foreman leading off, 22. 3 punches landed. There will be a chin check after Jackson's roll. 78 from the inside. He misses. Chin check. And he takes that and keeps moving forward as the bell rings. That's round number 3 with 15 punches landed by Foreman. To 8. Seven punch differential this time. A little more easier round to score, supposedly, but you never know with these judges. Judge Rudy Ortega. All right. David Mendoza. Okay, and Oscar Perez. Okay. Judges' scores are in. And they are unusual. Some are dead spot on. Some I'm thinking, what are they thinking? As we go to round number 4. Fighters got their instructions, been told to get busy. Let's get take this fight and not have it give to us. We want to take it. As the bell rings, the dice rolls. Round number 4. Double sixes, boxcars. It'll be a toe-to-toe from the inside. Foreman leading off from the inside. 36 from the inside. That will be 2 punches landed, but there will be a chin check for Peter Jackson. 30 from the inside. He lands 3 punches. And now, chin check. It is a 4. He is stunned. The first fighter to be stunned in this round. Foreman will go unopposed in the 220 segment. He will be going from the outside. That's an 0-5 from the outside. That's 5 punches landed. That will be a will check, and it will be first a chin check. As in his chin check is, again, this time it will be a will check, and I'm not sure about this, how this is scored. He is shook up, so his chin knocked down. Now will be a 4. So he is knocked down. He's knocked down. And now his KO, let's check his KO rating. We will roll, and it's a 5. He gets up, but he has been knocked down in this round. As we go to the next segment, he again is stunned. This will be an unopposed segment, and it's a 5. It's an inside 10 from the inside. Will be 4 more punches landed. As we go to the minute 40 mark, it's a 2 and a 1, toe-to-toe from the outside. Foreman leading off. He misses. Jackson looks to answer back. 48 from the inside. He does land 2 punches of his own. As we go to the minute 20 mark here in the round, 2 and a 1. Be a toe-to-toe from the outside. This time Jackson leading off from the outside. He lands 4 punches. Foreman looks to answer back. The 64, he misses. As we go to the minute mark here in the round, 5 and a 4. Will be a toe-to-toe from the inside. Jackson leading off from the inside. 2 punches landed. Foreman looked to answer back. That's an 0-8 from the inside. That'll be 4 punches landed from Foreman, and it will be again another chin check. And it is a 12, and he survives that. Another pummeling from George Foreman, who's banging hard. 1 and a 4. We'll see Peter Jackson on the inside on the offensive. 29, 3 punches landed. No defensive check from Foreman. So we go to the last 20 seconds, 2 and a 5. We'll see Peter Jackson on the offensive from the outside. 39 from the outside. His 2 punches landed. And there will be no counter as the bell rings. We see our first knockdown of the fight as Foreman does indeed knock down Peter Jackson in round number 4. Great round for both fighters as far as activity, but a better round for Foreman as he knocks down Peter Jackson. It was a 15-14 punches but because of the knockdown, it will be easy for the judges to score. So judges are tallying their scores as we prepare to go to round number 5. As we go to round number 5, Jackson's corners getting their fighter's senses back about him, telling him to stay away from the power of Foreman. Jab and move, put combinations together, tire Foreman out. Foreman's already at 17 on his fatigue. He might make it to round 7 before he's fatigued, but I doubt it. Round number 5 begins. The dice roll, bell rings, 5 and 1. I'll see Peter Jackson on the outside, 63 from the outside. That is a miss, but there will be no counter from Foreman as we go to the next segment. 2 and a 1, toe-to-toe from the outside. Jackson leading off from the outside. That will be 3 punches landed. Foreman answering back. That will again be a 32 from the outside. There will be 3 punches landed for Foreman, but there now will be a chin check for Peter Jackson. And he takes that punch and keeps moving forward. 220 mark. 6 and a 5. That will be Peter Jackson on the offensive from the outside. 29 from the outside. There's 3 punches landed and no defense from Foreman as those punches get through. A couple quick jabs and a right cross to Foreman's head as we go to the 2-minute mark here in the round. 5 and a 4. The toe-to-toe from the inside. Jackson leading off with a 20 from the inside. That's 4 punches landed, and there indeed will be a chin check for Foreman after we see what he answers back with, and that's from the inside, 87. That will be a clinch, and that will take back those punches from Peter Jackson as we go to the minute 40 mark here in the round. 5 and a 6. We'll see Peter Jackson on the offensive from the inside. 36 from the inside. Will be 3 punches landed. And there will be no defense from Foreman as Jackson is staying busy, peppering away at the bigger man. As we go to the minute 20 mark, 3 and a 6. We'll see a toe-to-toe from the inside. Jackson going first, 33 from the inside. Will be 3 punches landed. There will be a chin check for George Foreman after he answers back, 36 from the inside. He lands 2 punches. Now the chin check, and he is fine, and that's just outside of his being stunned rating. As we go to the minute mark here in round number 5, 2 and a 3. We'll see it again, a toe-to-toe from the inside. Peter Jackson throwing first. He misses. Now that'll be an 0-3 from the inside for Foreman, and he launches a furious onslaught. 5 punches landed, and there will be a cut check for Peter Jackson, and that cut check is a 13, and he does not cut as we go to the 40-second mark here in round number 5. 4 and a 3. It'll be again a toe-to-toe, this time from the outside with Foreman leading off from the outside. He misses. Answering back from the outside. 4 punches landed by Peter Jackson as we go to the last 20 seconds in this round. 2 and a 6. Toe-to-toe from the inside. Jackson going first. He misses. Foreman answers back with a 16 from the inside. He lands 4 punches as the bell rings. Another very busy round, and unfortunately, this round is almost going to sap all of Foreman's strength as he landed 14 punches to Jackson's 16, but he will be going into round number 6 with only 1 stamina point, so he will go in round 6 with stamina, but round 7 he will be out of juice, and we're going to have to see how that rest of this fight is going to play out, because I still believe he's got to knock Jackson out in this next round if he has any chance of winning this bout. I have him so far slightly ahead, but I think that's going to change very soon. 2-punch differential. Judge Rudy Ortega. All right. Judge David Mendoza. Okay. And Oscar Perez. All right. All right, that will be the judges' scoring for round number 5. Round number 6 set to start off. Foreman's corner sensing that he is getting fatigued, encouraging him to take his opponent out. As the bell rings, the dice roll, the men meet in the center. 5 and a 2. That will be George Foreman from the inside. 83 from the inside. That will be a clinch as we go to the 240 segment. 3 and a 5. That will be Peter Jackson on the offensive. From the outside, 64. He misses. Counter opportunity. If he would have landed that punch, there would have been a chin check, but he missed. Foreman counters back with 2 crosses to the face of Peter Jackson as we go to the 220 mark. Here in round number 6, a 1 and a 2. That will be a toe-to-toe from the outside. Foreman leading off from the outside. 63 from the outside. He misses. Peter Jackson looks to take advantage of the opportunity, and he indeed does. 33 from the outside. He lands 3 punches. Cut check, but it is a 14. Foreman does not cut as we go to the 2-minute mark here in round number 6. Boxcars, toe-to-toe from the inside. Peter Jackson leading off. 08 from the inside. That will be 4 punches landed. There will be a chin check for George Foreman, but he must answer back first. That's an 89. And that will be a clinch, so that takes back those punches from Peter Jackson as we go to the minute 40 mark, and there will be no chin check. 6 and 3. Be a toe-to-toe from the inside. Jackson leading off. 19 from the inside. With 4 punches landed. There will again be a chin check for Foreman as he lands an 08 from the inside. In return, it's just outside of his power rating. Now chin check, and nowhere close. Minute 20, round number 6, 2 and a 4. We'll see George Foreman going on the offensive from the outside. That's an 80. He misses, but there will be no counter from Jackson as we go to the minute mark. 6 and a 3. Toe-to-toe from the inside. Foreman from the inside. 56. He misses. 74 from the inside. Jackson misses as we go to the 40-second mark. A little slightly around. Not as many punches being landed. 4 and a 5. Jackson from the outside. 95 from the outside. That will be a punch landed, but there will be a foul check. And that foul check is a 10. He does not foul. He gets away with that low blow as we go to the 22nd mark here of the round. 3 and a 1. Toe-to-toe from the outside. Jackson leading off from the outside. 2 punches landed. Foreman answering back. A 0-9 from the outside. Be 4 punches landed, and that will be a cut check, but the 16, he does not cut as the bell rings, and that is round number 6. Again, a lot of leather flying, a lot of punches landed. It's a 10-10 round, even round. This has been an even right all along, except for the one knockdown by Foreman. But now Foreman is fatigued as we go into round number 7. Judges on an even round. All right. Okay. Oscar Perez. All right. All judges consistently scored that round the same. What a fight, folks. This one is anybody's, but now we will have a fatigued George Foreman in round number 7. We'll be reading from the fatigue column for him as we go into round number 7. Here, away we go. He still punches with more power than Jackson, even fatigued. But his chin gets a bit suspect. Bell rings, dice rolls. 3 and a 3. Toe-to-toe from the inside. Peter Jackson leading off from the inside. He misses. And that's a clinch as we go to the 240 mark. 6 and a 2. George Foreman from the inside on the offensive. And that will be another clinch as Foreman is trying to get his win back. 1 and a 2. That will be a toe-to-toe from the outside. Foreman leading off from the outside. He misses. And Jackson misses. As both fighters are very sloppy here in round number 7. 3 and a 4. We'll see George Foreman going on the offensive from the inside. 58 from the inside. He misses. Counter opportunity. And he will with 2 crosses and an uppercut as he lands 3. Minute 40 here in round number 7. 6 and a 6. Toe-to-toe from the inside. Peter Jackson leading off. That was a 96. So that would have been a foul. And he did not foul for a double clutched on the dice roll. Minute 20 here in the round. 1 and 2. Toe-to-toe from the outside. Jackson leading off from the outside. 51 just outside his range. 0-9 is right in with 4 punches landed. A minute to go in the round. 4 and 2. Foreman on the offensive from the outside. 88 from the outside. That will be a clinch as we go to the 42nd mark of the round. 1 and 2. Again, a toe-to-toe from the outside. Foreman from the outside. 30. 3 punches landed. Peter Jackson from the outside. 2 punches landed. Last 20 seconds. So both fighters are trying to stay busy. 5 and a 4. Toe-to-toe from the inside. Foreman leading off from the inside. That will be 1 punch landed, but there will be a foul check. As Peter Jackson leads off from the inside. 18. He leads 4 punches. Foul check. There's a 6. And he does not foul as the bell rings. The round is over. Another close round, a 10-8 round, punches wise. All right. 2-punch differential. Judges, what will you do? Judge Rudy Ortega. All right. Judge David Mendoza. All right. And Oscar Perez. Okay. Here we go. Round number 8. 3 more rounds in this 10-round bout. Round number 8. Fighters got their instructions. Corners are getting anxious. This one is too close to call as the bell rings. Dice roll. Four and a 6. Toe-to-toe from the inside. So Peter Jackson leads off from the inside. 75. He misses. And it will be a clinch. So we go to the 240 mark. 3 and a 4. Now we'll see Foreman going on the offensive from the inside. That again is a 96. He does land a punch. Will that be a foul? It will not, as we go to the 220 mark. 1 and a 2. Toe-to-toe from the outside. Foreman going first. He misses. From the outside. Peter Jackson does not. Peppers the jab, then across. 3 punches landed. 2-minute mark. Here in round number 8. 2 and a 6. Toe-to-toe from the inside. Jackson going first from the inside. He misses. From the inside, as does Foreman. As they're getting sloppy in these later rounds, they're getting tired. 4 and a 2. George Foreman on the offensive from the outside. That's a 70. He misses, but there will be no counter. 5 and a 1 as we go into the minute 20 mark. 5 and a 1. Peter Jackson on the outside. 08 from the outside. That will be 4 punches landed. And no defense with the 19. He takes all those punches as we go to the minute mark here in the round. 4 and a 6. Toe-to-toe from the inside. That's a 04 from the inside. That's 4 punches landed by Jackson. There will be a chin check for Foreman after this roll. That's a 90. Chin check. No, that wasn't even within it. Foreman does indeed go down. He goes down. KO check. And he is fine. 40 seconds left in the round. 40 seconds left in the round. And this will be an unopposed segment as Foreman was knocked down. That's a 1 from the outside. 25 from the outside. 3 punches landed. Will check. And his will is fine. So we go to the 22nd mark in the round. 5 and a 2. Foreman looking to close it out with a 93, but he clinches to end the round. That was a big round for Peter Jackson as he knocked down Foreman, landing 14 punches to 1 by Foreman. Foreman's fatigue really showed that round. That was a decisive round. for Peter Jackson. Be easy for the judges to score. As we go to round number 9 here in this 10-round fight. I think Foreman's corner is now telling him, you must knock this man out if we're going to win this fight. So here we go, round number 9. Bell rings, dice roll. 5 and a 1. On the offensive from the outside. 2 punches landed. Will be a chin check. But one of those was taken back, but the one that was landed was a big one. Chin check for George Foreman. And it is a 2. He goes down again. He goes down early here in the round. Chin KO. And he does get up. He does get up at the count of 7. He gets up. He's been knocked down twice now. In this fight, we go to the 240 mark with Peter Jackson unopposed, going from the inside, 36 from the inside. That will be 3 punches landed. Now a wheel check for George Foreman. It is a 5, and this fight has been stopped. In round number 9, we have a TKO finish. Peter Jackson, TKO, and George Foreman, as the fatigue got the best of Foreman. TKO, round number 9. George Foreman losing this bout by a technical knockout in round number 9. That's our bout, folks. I wouldn't say it was a shocker. He was the lower seeded fighter, but the more polished fighter, better boxer, Peter Jackson won by tiring Foreman out, and then in the 9th, peppering away, landing hard punches to TKO George Foreman. And that will be our bout for this evening. I hope you enjoy it when you see it. Solely